John Ulzheimer is known as one of our nation's most recognized credit experts. Having worked for 28 years in the credit industry, John has become one of the most prolific speakers about credit and the go-to authority on answers to credit-related questions. Credit Countdown with John Ulzheimer.
Hey there, this is John Ulzheimer, enjoying my time in Atlanta rush hour traffic, very sunny. So today I'm going to discuss with you the myth about credit card utilization. And I'm not sure exactly where this myth comes from, but I think I have a little bit of an idea. And so I'm going to share all that with you today. So number one, what is credit card utilization? Credit card utilization is a metric in FICO and VantageScore's credit scoring systems, and it is influential to your score. Utilization is the relationship between the balances on your credit cards and the credit limits expressed as a percentage. So if you have a $10,000 of credit limits on your credit report and $5,000 of balances on your credit report, that's 50% utilization. And so that ratio, that percentage, is considered by credit scoring systems and can be influential to your credit score. All right, so now that we have that established, let's talk about the myth. The myth is that utilization is worth 30% of the points in your score. Any of your scores, your FICO score, your VantageScore, credit scores. That's untrue. That is actually a myth. I've actually pointed this out to media before, and they still publish that myth, and I don't understand why they don't publish the accurate information. I think I know where this comes from. It's not worth 30% of the points in any of your credit scores. However, for FICO, it's in the category of metrics that's worth 30% of the points in your score, but it is not the entire category. So in other words, credit card utilization is not the utilization or the debt-related category. However, it is in the category that's worth 30%. There are many other metrics in that category that help to make up the 30% in addition to utilization. So I think that's where the myth comes from, is that it's worth 30%, or that it's in the category that's worth 30%. Here's another area where it could possibly come from: the target utilization. So what does that mean? What is target utilization? The target utilization is what percentage of your credit card credit limits should you be using in order to max out for that particular metric. It's not the same for FICO as it is for VantageScore. For FICO, for consumers who have high FICO scores, and so what FICO calls like the high achievers and high flyers, those consumers have an average credit card utilization of about 7%. So it's clearly less than 10%. So the target utilization for FICO is less than 10%. That's not the same for VantageScore. For VantageScore, the target utilization is less, you guessed it, less than 30%. So again, we're introducing this 30% discussion in as it pertains to credit card utilization, even though we're not talking about the value of the category or the value of the metric. We're simply talking about the target utilization for VantageScore. So I think that also can contribute to this myth that credit card utilization is worth 30% of the points in your score. It's part of the category for FICO that's worth 30%, and 30% is the target utilization for VantageScore. So I think somehow that has morphed into people believing that it itself is worth 30% of the points in your score, when it certainly is not worth 30% of the points in your score. So target utilization, let's kind of add a little bonus to this video. For FICO, it's certainly going to be less than 10%. For VantageScore, it's less than 30%. Well, you can't have both. So what do you choose? Do you target less than 30 or do you target less than 10? Well, clearly you're going to want to target less than 10, because if you target less than 30, then you may be doing fantastic in VantageScore's systems, but you may not be optimal in FICO's systems. If you're below 10%, then you're optimal in both scoring systems. FICO less than 10%, VantageScore less than 30%. You've kind of killed two birds with one stone, and you're all set in that respect. But don't expect your scores to fly through the roof if you do that, because again, it's not worth almost 1/3 of the points in your score. It's in the category with many other things that is worth about 1/3 of the points. So if you have any other questions, let me know and I'll do my best to get to them. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching.
For more videos and credit tips from John Ulzheimer, go to www.tradelinesupply.com.